Church Buildings and Churches program. Today, I would like to introduce you to a very unique restaurant right here in Savannah called The Table.
The table's been open it'll be 4 years in November, and it was a call from the Lord. The Lord really, I felt, wanted me to open a coffee shop. He wanted a place of hospitality where anybody felt like they could come and be welcomed and have a place and be loved and cared for and not preached at. So I didn't open the coffee shop because I was afraid. I didn't have enough faith. But I told the Lord, if you ever give me another opportunity, if I have to mortgage my house, I'll do it. So the opportunity came when I was sitting at a church dinner one night, and I said to the gentleman sitting at the table with me, I feel like the Lord's calling me to open a place to feed hungry people. And before I could get the words out, one of the young men said to me, well, I'll put your kitchen in. And another one across the table said, well, I've got an 18-wheeler full of tables and chairs. I can take care of that. And let me tell you what my first thought was. Oh no, now I've got to do it. See, that's how we are sometimes. But I prayed and trusted God and spoke with my husband because we were making a huge commitment. He agreed, and it's been a blessing in my life that I never dreamed ever since. It's grown exponentially. We started out, when we started, if we had 20 people, it was a massive day. And last year we served over 15,000 plates. So I know that it's what God has called us to do. And I say us because it could not have been done without a workload of volunteers. We have 2 employees here, Kevin, who cooks, and Rhonda, his wife, who was the sous chef, and they work together to get the food out. Everybody else is a volunteer. People that wash the dishes, people that sweep the floors, people that serve the food. It's all on a volunteer basis. And the beginning thought for me was a place where we could build family for people who do not have resources, that they could come in here and we could see them every day and get to know them, because until people trust you, they're not going to expose themselves. But once we've built trust, then they can come and say, I really need some help with this, or I don't know how to do this, and we can help them. And if they don't come, somebody is saying, so-and-so hadn't been here for a couple of days, I hope they're all right, and we can check on them. So it's become a family. We have a family table where if you don't have anybody come in and eat with, it's a long table. You sit at that table, somebody will eventually be there. You won't have to eat alone. So it's really grown into exactly what I felt like the Lord was calling it to be. It's been a blessing.
Helen, what type of outside support other than the volunteers working? Do you have outside financial support, food donations, anything like that?
Yes, we do. We could not survive without that. We have several churches in town who support us every month. We have several givers who give. I have a man at Pickwick that had given $350 a month for over 3 years, and I never met him, never laid eyes on him. All I knew was I got this check from this gentleman. And not too long ago he called and said, I've got a storage building full of stuff that maybe people could use. And I went up to see the storage building, and we met for the first time. And it was a blessing because I knew that he believed in what we were doing. So he supported us. A couple from Pickwick supports us. A couple of churches at Pickwick. So we've got good support from Pickwick also, as well as Savannah. So if we didn't have that, and the people that come in and eat lunch with us and pay, we couldn't keep the doors open. So if you're hungry, come eat lunch with us. We've got some really good food.
And if you were talking about the cost of the food, I don't know, do you have a set cost for a meal? I know if you can't, you don't pay anything.
Right.
Or donations, and some that can afford to pay more or buy someone else's lunch.
Right.
It's all together
Right.
thing.
Right. Everything is a donation. Everybody that pays, it's a donation. So we have what's called a suggested price, which is saying if we were in a regular restaurant and whatever, this is what the price would be, but you pay what you want to pay. And some people will pay that, some people will pay less, some people will pay more. So that's what keeps us going, really.
And you have several come in that just, bless their hearts, they can't afford to pay any.
Right, right.
I've met a couple that say, I'll be at the table every day for lunch.
Yes.
Because that's all they had. This is the only place they could
Right,
try.
and they may have food, but it's not good food. They may be snacking or canned food. And we like to think that we prepare, like today we're having stuffed peppers, fresh squash casserole from some squash that was donated by somebody here in our community. That's another thing, people donate vegetables and things like that for us to use, and we try to serve them when they're fresh so that they'll have the experience of having good fresh vegetables. And yesterday, now this is the way things go. Yesterday, this woman I've never laid eyes on before in my life comes in, orders her food, writes a check for $100 and goes to sit down and eat her food. I wanted to introduce myself to her, and I went over there and she said, I've been seeing this, but I wasn't sure what it was and I wanted to come see it. And she said, it's awesome what y'all are doing here. And I said, well, it's not just us, it's you now. You're a part of what we do. When you make your gift that helps us do what we do, you're a part of it.
Yep. Two things there. One, Helen, about the food. I talked to Kevin earlier. Now, he's not just somebody that, he's not a burger flipper. He's an actual cook.
Yes.
He does. And so the food that's prepared here, it's not just, it's really well prepared and knowledgeable prepared. And also, if someone wanted to donate, how could they do that? I know they could come here and do that.
Yes.
Could they send, call,
Yes.
anything like that?
Yes, you can come here, you can drop by and donate. Our address here is 115 Belmont Street, Savannah, Tennessee 38372. We would appreciate anything, and I guarantee you every bit of it goes to the cause. There's nothing fancy going on here. We are praying right now about another ministry to provide showers, because we have a lot of people, especially in the summertime, we notice it more, who don't have a way to clean up. Maybe they don't have running water, or they're not in a place where they can do that. So we're praying and waiting for God to help us figure out. We've already gotten somebody that's committed to building the showers for us, if we can get the property and get it set up. So pray with us for that.
So these folks, when you're talking about donations, it's food, trust, prayer, just some, and it's not the counseling so much as it is just a friend, being a friend.
That's it.
That's the whole thing, being a
That's it,
friend.
building relationship.
Yeah. So you have lunch daily. Can you tell us your hours? And
We have lunch Tuesday through Friday, 11 to 1. So if you like to come and eat anytime during that, if you don't have anything to pay, you can just come in and eat. Nobody's going to embarrass you. We have lots of people that do it. We just want you to come, and we just want to feed you, and we want to give you some hospitality. So Tuesday through Friday, 11 to 1.
very much. I have made my way back to a very large, very well-equipped kitchen. Here I meet Rhonda, and she's making plates. They have a salad man, and I see back there's Miss Ruth washing dishes. All right, now we're up here with Miss Ruth. Miss Ruth, like I said, it looks like you really enjoy what you're doing.
I do. I've done this for about 3-4 years.
Very good, very good. And you have, you're retired?
Yeah, I'm a retired high school Spanish teacher, and was looking for something to do that was useful. This is it.
So as we have these out-of-towners come through, you're okay with your Spanish to go out and help translate, can't you?
Yeah.
That's a whole lot right there.
Yeah.
Well, we'll get out of your way and let you get busy, but thank you for everything you do. I'm here at the table with Kevin. He is the heart of the whole operation. He is the cook. Kevin, introduce yourself and tell us what your duties here.
Well, I'm Kevin Sarah, and I'm the manager / head chef.
Manager, head chef. That would make sense that the chef would actually be the manager, because that's where it's all coming from, is from the chef. So how long have you been with the table here?
4 years.
4 years. And you had cook experience prior to that?
Yes, sir.
Great.
I cook for a 67-man living facility in Tune, Tennessee.
Really? In Tune, I've heard of that. Yeah. And so what brought you to Savannah?
I actually got to Savannah through rehab.
Okay, all right, very good. And through that experience, you felt it in your heart to continue being somewhere where you're helping others that need, that have need in rehab or whatever their situation might be.
Yes, sir.
That actually do a little bit of the Lord's work right here with your talents as a cook.
Yes, sir.
All right. So tell me, what's your favorite thing to fix?
I really ain't got a favorite.
Really?
I just like to cook.
I thought all cooks had a favorite dish they like to make and brag about.
I just like to cook.
You just like to cook anything. What you got cooking on the burner today?
We're doing a stuffed bell pepper with, we're doing stuffed bell pepper with casserole and a roll, and we're doing French dips.
French dips.
Potato tots and French fries.
So this is not just a regular, just a hamburger thing or a bologna sandwich. You actually cook meals. And
Yes, sir.
you have, I can see in the facility, you have the equipment and everything to do it with.
Yes, sir.
Well, I'll tell you what, Kevin, I'm going to let you go and let you get back to your work here. It's almost lunchtime. And while you're in the heat of it, I'm very busy, but it's okay too. I may come back and just watch you for a minute in action.
Yes, sir. Come on back and watch us.
All right. Thank you very much.
Nice to meet you.
Along with meals, there's treats that people will bring in. Here at the table, family means family. You can talk with someone about the weather, or if you have a problem. Several pastors and counselors visit at the table on a regular basis, and then there's always Miss Helen. So if you need help, I'm sure you would find someone here at the table that would be happy to speak with you. Although the table is primarily serving food, all the people that are associated with the table are people in their hearts for giving. They want to help in any way they can, just to make life a little more pleasant and a little easier. Here at the table is where you can experience God's love. Well, I think I'll eat lunch now, but I wanted to recognize and say thank you to Miss Helen, her staff, all the volunteers, and all that donate that make this mission possible. They mean so much to the people in this neighborhood. So come by and visit. It's the table at 115 Belmont Street in Savannah, Tennessee. We hope to have the opportunity to share a meal with you.